In the 1970s, engineers at Dolby were trying to solve a simple problem.
The hiss.
Hiss in tape recordings.
That fuzzy and high-end noise you'd hear at the quietest moments of a track. A device was invented that could greatly reduce this hiss sound, but engineers soon discovered that it also changed the recorded sound in some really interesting ways. Today, that sound has been brought back as a plugin, the UAD A-Type, which recreates the exact circuitry and behaviour of the original unit, with a few added tricks under the hood. I'm going to build a whole track around this sound to hear what it actually does, how it responds, and why this mistake still shapes music today. If you're into composing, production, mixing, or just finding beauty within the unexpected, then I think you'll enjoy this one. Now let's listen to what happens when I send this through the A-Type. So the 4:1 sounds like a smooth sort of compressor. Wow. I'll keep that neutral. Let's try expand. I'm also hitting this quite hard just to hear the effects. Nice. Air. Of course, so that's just focusing on the sizzle of the top end. Very prominent on those hi-hats, but it loses that low end. But with a more appropriate mix. Yeah, you can hear that kind of like shining through, especially on those hi-hats and that open hi-hat there at the end. So I'm using Crush. I've dialed it in quite heavy just so we can hear what it's doing. It really makes the transients snap. And if I increase it more, it really brings out the broom sound of the kit as well. Yeah, I really like it. Nice. There are so many different ways to shape the sound as well. If I use the Excite or Expand modes, you get access to these 4 different bands here. Really nice. But I really love the compression effect of the Crush setting. Cool, so let's try some chords over on the Rhodes Mark I. I think that could sound really nice. Yeah, that's nice, like a C minor 7, F minor 7, B flat 7 sus. Yeah. So that's a pretty nice loop idea. We've got a C minor 7 to F minor 7, and then I'm playing a G over B to B flat 7 sus. Back to that G over B, now to C minor 7 again, and then I'm playing an F7 sharp 11. Quickly back to F minor 7, and then I finish on a G7 alt. Back to C minor 7. If you're interested in chord progressions and want to learn more about how I create them and the types of voicings and chords that I use, I've just dropped a new chord breakdown over on my Patreon. We're building up a nice back catalogue there of chord breakdowns, project files, stems, unreleased tracks, and it really supports me to keep making videos like this, which I love doing. So thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed over there. Because I was playing kind of like mid to low on the keyboard, and because the Rhodes is quite a warm sound, it's not overly bright, I want to play and experiment with air and see what kind of effects it can have on bringing out the top end of the Rhodes. So that's with the mix fully engaged. Subtle but nice. Let's add another instance of the A-Type. The Excite mode doesn't just boost the highs, it adds harmonic emphasis so that the sound feels more alive without using EQ. So without the A-Type, no A-Type, with a touch of reverb, I think that would sound really nice. So this is the Rhodes just clean, and with the A-Type, and a touch of reverb. Cool, subtle, but I kind of like how it's shaped the tone of the Rhodes. It's made it nice and bright. I guess that's really where I hear the air that a lot of people talk about and that the A-Type is known for. I know I'm not using the air setting, but Excite still brings out the top end. I wouldn't usually think to use a plugin like this on bass, but let's see what it can do. Oof. Yeah, listen to that bite. It actually gives the attack more shape without thinning out the tone. Nice. This might be the move, to be honest, next time the low end needs clarity without EQ. Okay, let's hear everything together, now the whole track through the A-Type. So this is it running through the A-Type, on air, kind of moderate mix and amount, and without. It's like taking a cloth or a blanket out of the speakers or away from the headphones or something. I can see why a lot of the producers talked about the air. Probably exaggerated a little bit, but nice to hear the effect. The whole thing kind of just locks together, like glue, almost like a glue compressor, with some high end as well, like a nice EQ. Kind of magic, really. It's really not the stuff you add, but how it changes the feel, really. This wasn't meant to be a sound shaping tool, it was developed to remove tape noise. And honestly, that's the way most of my favourite music starts anyway, but it's nice to have a plugin that does the same. See you in the next video.